Hi, this is Bronze Age artist Ken Landgraf, and today I'm going to be showing you how to ink shiny black hair. This is always kind of hard to figure out because a lot of artists put down a million lines to draw hair, and that's not what the master comic artists of the 1950s, 60s, 70s did. They learned how to create black patterns, spot blacks in the hair. So what I'm going to be doing is working over this Wally Wood drawing and analyzing exactly what he did with drawing the hair. And I'm going to do this by using a silver print, which is a very light version of the drawing I just showed you. So here I'm going to start inking. I'm going to select like a line. And I'm going to select another line. And those are going to be my highlights. Here's another one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure the light is coming from this way. So I'm going to ink lines and then leave a break here. Watch. And here's what I mean by a break, that I left a white space. So here I'm picking up again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, leaving a white space. You see that? Here's another one, 1, 2, 3, 4, leave a white space. We'll start again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and leaving a white space. So what is happening now is there's no line here, but it's defined by the shadow or the ink line. So I'm going to go over here now and do the outline of the hair. And I'm going to start feathering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I'm going to run it into the black. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the paper over. This is what these master artists did. They turn it around so they could get the stroke a different angle. So let's say now we're looking at this and we want to get the inking over here. First of all, I'll put a weight on the paper so it doesn't buckle on me. And I'm looking, here's the white space, right? So I'm inking and making sure that white space shows. For these large shapes, I'll draw like a shape like that and just fill it in black. Leave a white space again. Whenever you leave a white space, it looks cool and it adds to a dynamic look to it. Okay, so I'm going to ink over here and make this a little cleaner. And what I'm doing is I'm using a Statler Mars graphic 3000 brush pen, which is out of print right now. But you can find it if you look on eBay sometimes. Sometimes you can get like a whole stack of them. Recently, I got around 30 of them for about $25 because nobody wanted them. And what you can do is you can remove the top up here, and you're going to get a sponge-like thing if you shake it, and you can dip it into an India ink well. And you can also just dip it into India ink anyways. So that's how I keep the brush working. So now I'm looking again at the hair here, and I see that there's the highlight, and let's say the highlight here, highlight there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start inking and leaving that highlight show. See how it looks shiny? And I'm going to continue leaving the highlight show. And then run it all the way to the end and run it into the black. Sometimes I might throw in a highlight anyways. So you get more, the more highlights you get, the more exciting it looks. Now you notice how simple this was. Here I'm outlining the hair. And I'm going to turn it, move it down here again. Now I got a curve. So I draw on the curve. And again, this isn't going to be my sharpest inking because I'm using one hand to hold the camera. I'll have to make a setup at some point. My nephews recently told me how to do it, but I've been so busy I just don't have a chance to set up a proper camera thing. So anyways, it doesn't matter. Here's some more we're going to put highlights. And then it's a matter of feathering again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm just like inking in here, being aware that there's going to be that space. And if you want to fill in a big space, just take a little bit of water. I see I got one with water. And I got big black ink in here. And I just fill it in very quickly. The reason I put water in is because it makes it flow really quick. And we're looking again here, some more highlights. And then I'll render lines of various lengths. And I'll be turning the panel again, page, to pick up some more. Now look how cool that's looking already, huh? We'll just assume that this area up here is all black. In fact, maybe what I'll do is I'll fill it in black, but I'm going to feather in the top. So it's creating another shine on the top of the head. Wow. So now we're going to look on the bottom here. Again, I'm going to weight this down so it doesn't buckle. I'm just drawing on a desk here, flat desk. I might have this at an angle if I was actually doing a job. Okay, now I'm looking at this, and I'm going to outline the hair. And I'm going to see where does it end. Here it goes, down, down, and down. And I'm going to put a highlight right in the middle here. And start feathering. Now, if you can't find this brush, don't worry, because there's other things on the market. I'm going to be using another brush pen right here. This is called a Sharpie pen. This is a brand new thing. I really kind of like this. It's got a very sharp point. You can put India ink into it by taking the sponge out, but what I like to do is just simply dip it into the inkwell. And you can get some pretty slick lines, look. So don't worry about it if you can't find that Staedtler Mars. I like the Staedtler Mars because I grew up with it. I did all my 70s inking and the 80s inking with it. So it's a big thing to me, but this thing works pretty darn good. Look, here I'm doing downstrokes. See? And I'm using the Mars, this Sharpie pen again. Now, if you get this, make sure it says Sharpie pen on it or don't get it. It's not a Sharpie mark, it's a Sharpie pen. Okay, so I'm going to dip it into ink here again. Clean it off a little. And then I'm going to get a highlight over here. And continue outlining the hair. So you can see it does a pretty darn good job. And I'm looking over here. I'm going to start with rendering, and then I'll leave highlights where I feel like it. Again, draw one line, dip my brush, and I'm going to go from here to here, leave a highlight. Oh, I like what I just did there. See that? Look what I did. Here's like a curve, and I'm leaving a highlight. And there's other things you can use too. I like this new Sharpie brush pen. It says brush, right? Sharpie brush. Now, it has ink in it, but I like, when it runs out, I like to just take it and dip it into the inkwell and fill in huge black areas because it's a fat tip. See how nice and even that is? And then I dip it into water sometimes again. Black into the India ink, tap it, and then use it to fill in other areas. Again, wherever I can leave like one of those open things, I do it. So there we pretty much have it, how to ink shiny black hair. Maybe I want to go in a little bit more. I'll take my brush, render in here a little bit. The reason I'm doing that is I don't like the space here. I wanted to see more of black against the shine. So the overall appearance is really cool. Look at that. So that's how you can start thinking about doing your shines from now on. Don't just try to draw a mess of little thin lines. Try to create some patterns like this. Okay, if you like what I did here, and I hope the heck you did because I showed you a lot of knowledge right now, I'm hoping that you'll click my subscriber button. I want to get monetized on YouTube here. So please take the time out now to sign in and hit my subscriber button. Thank you. See you next time.